Hello, hello, hello. Welcome once again to Urban Times Today. I'm your host, Kerry Digsby, along with Tawanda Blake. What's going on, sis?
Spicy.
Spicy. In the house, in the house. You looking lovely.
Thank
Got
you.
on the leopard print, working it.
You weren't supposed to call that out.
Hey, I had to do it. I had to do it because, you know, today's show is dealing with fashion. So we definitely want to bring that to the masses. Definitely wanted to introduce to our Urban Times family, Miss ARIEN AGURS, who's with Oomph Boutique. Welcome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, yes,
Thank
yes.
you.
So welcome to the QC.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Definitely. So, you know, I had to ask, because being a guy, I'm not the fashion forward person. She is.
Oh, you
but
are.
definitely want to find out, Oomph Boutique, how did you get that name?
Little spice,
Okay.
extra pizzazz.
Uh-huh.
Not too much, but just enough. So,
Okay.
little oomph. Spice it up.
Okay. Okay. Oh, here we go.
You know you can't put us in the I'll behave.
Okay. All right. So talk to us about your about what you do. Since I know you're a transplant, basically from Cincinnati.
I am.
Big up from
I am.
Cincinnati.
My background is finance.
Okay.
So I left Cincinnati back in 2007. I was a director of finance and had done that for years and was bored.
Okay.
I've always had a passion for dressing nice. I feel like your personality should exude from what you wear. My mother always told me it's better to be seen than to be heard. And when I had the opportunity to step out with my own ventures, I decided to go into fashion. It's been a whirlwind. I've been extremely blessed. And I'm just definitely humbled and privileged for being able to make women look fantastic, building sisterhood with all of my ladies, my customers, and making money while doing
I know,
so. So
that's
it's a blessing. Yeah.
Residuals.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with a
I
little
told
bit
you
of
my
cash.
background is finance.
So with that being your creative niche, because you didn't go to school for that.
I didn't.
So we've seen your fashions
Yeah.
and your styles. So
Yeah.
like when you decided that this was what you were going to do, when did it hit you?
It was almost overnight. Well, my passion has always been there, but my plan started almost immediately. I don't think that there's a shortage of people who have ideas and are creative. I think there's a shortage of people who implement, and I'm not one of those people. So once my brain started to develop what I wanted to do, I hit the road.
Running.
And speaking on not going to school for it, I get a lot of people that's constantly talking about education. I'm huge on education. I have 2 daughters. I want them to further their education. I think it's very, very important. But when you don't, understand that it's your drive and your work ethic. It's not necessarily a diploma or a certificate. So no, I didn't go to a university. I didn't go to school for this. But I pay attention to my audience. I pay attention to myself. I've always remained true to who I am, and like I said, it's been a blessing.
So you've always been fashion forward.
I have.
Okay.
I have. My family's always been huge into boutiques. When I was coming up, before Children's Place was worldwide and in all the malls, Children's Place was more of a kind of a boutique shop. My mother shopped for me at Saks all the time, and it's not that we had a lot of money, but we enjoyed quality.
Right.
So, it's always been kind of a part of my life. Yeah.
And that's pretty good. I mean, because we as a urban community, we don't do that anymore.
Absolutely. Either we do it, sometimes when we do it, it can be too trendy. It's what we see on, the reality TV shows or what we've seen in magazines. And again, you have to be true to yourself. So,
And are we bringing the models out?
We definitely
I will jump the gun. And
don't worry
and we
about
definitely will. And we definitely will. Well, and with that being said, as being trendy, do you find yourself not being the trendy sort, but more of a trailblazer in regards to your fashion?
I wouldn't say a trailblazer. I think that's going too far, but honey, I appreciate it. I just think that you have to be authentic. I don't want anything to be in my closet that I can't possibly wear another year or 2 years from now. Trendy pieces are good, but you have to remain authentic to who you are and what you represent. So yes, I did bring out some models, and I always get questions about, well, what do you wear going out on a date? What do you wear when you're hanging out with the girlfriends? I'm really big on versatility, like I said, and allowing some of your day pieces go from day to night. But I also think that if you're going out for a special occasion things are okay too. So I have 2 girls to be able to showcase that as well.
Awesome.
Okay.
So like, as far as trending, because we're moving fast into the fall, what would be some of your top fall wears?
Well, I'm big on patterns and color. I think that every girl should have some sort of a pattern or texture pant. We called out your leopard print. I've got some leopard on my shoe, snake skin print, you know, things with patterns and texture. I don't think everything should, if you like blue jeans, get you a blue jean with, you know, teal. Get you a teal jean or something with some nice color, and think about ways to dress it up. So going into fall, do your wraps, do your chunky neck sweaters. It doesn't necessarily have to have sleeves. You can do things, you know, your mock necks, but I think people also need to think about pieces as well. I mean, that goes back to the versatility. So, you know, mix and match your pieces. Everything doesn't have to be a one-stop shop, just putting on a dress just because it's convenient. Mix and match, get creative. So, I mean, especially when, I'm sorry, but especially when things are, you know, the culture now is, you know, crazy, and you mix and match some things. So I think that that's really going to be a huge trend, continuing to be a huge trend going into fall.
Now you're matchy, like, so when you say mix and match, you're not a big fan of matchy.
I used to be. I'm not at all anymore. I think that, you know, if you have on something that's a solid color, you need a pop of color somewhere. If you're wearing all white, you've got to have a teal or a plum or something. You know, for Black women especially, because we come in so many different shades and complexions, I think color is a beautiful thing. Incorporate it into your clothing, and if not, wear it on your lips, on your eyelids, but definitely showcase color in your style. Yeah.
Do you, did you have a question?
Oh, please,
you know,
go right
we're
ahead.
leaving you out.
He knows he got, what do you want to ask?
Hey, I'm just learning a lot right now. I'm actually taking a lot of mental notes. So please.
Say something.
Crazy. But so with your fashions, do you do closet revamps?
I do.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite things to do. I actually started to pull myself more and more out of the boutiques because I enjoy that piece so much. And it can be as small as me bringing a couple of garments from my boutique and incorporating it in their existing style, or it can literally be me bringing in hangers along with clothing from everywhere. I have some pretty amazing clients, high-end jobs, and then I've got some smaller end jobs, and I treat them all the same. Again, love my closet revamps. I also love personal styling. I don't think that you have to be a celebrity to be able to have a stylist. I don't think it's something that you need all the time, but for someone to come into your home when you're going to, for the younger girl, going to prom, or when you're going to, I don't know, an engagement party or a wedding reception, I think it's important for you to look and feel your best, and if you need help to do so, then I'm the person to ask.
Awesome. Well, we've seen your fashions, and it's like fierce. Do you do blog spots, or you just have your website?
You know,
I
have my website. It's www.oomph, boutique.com. I've tried the blogging thing, Tawanda, and I think honestly, you have to know what you're good at in order to be successful. And I'm just not that good at it. I think when you're living life and you're happy, it's a little hard to take time out to go, I'm happy, I'm living life. You know what I mean? So it's not something that I do very well. But hats off to all of the bloggers out there. I've been featured in a lot of blogs, but I don't think I could keep up with it.
Because it's a bit much.
It is. It's like I'm currently eating as I'm eating. It's just too much. And like you said, especially with social media, I mean, things are just, it's happening so fast. So, yeah.
Well, we admire you. I mean, because we know that you traveled to Cincinnati. You've had your, I've seen your clients and how happy they are, even on Facebook. So with your revamps, what is one of your most, the best one that you've done? Because we all have that trophy piece. So which one?
It was one that I thought was going to be pretty overwhelming, to be honest with you. The husband contacted me and said that his wife just needed a complete makeover. And she was I mean, she went with it. She allowed me to throw out almost everything that she had. She had lost a great deal of weight, and she was continuing to drape herself in things that no longer fit. Hats off to a husband that appreciates his woman so much that he wants to be able to bring someone in to help her out. Some women will be offended by that, but I think that it's beautiful that instead of him, you know, in his head thinking she needs to change, for him to offer my services.
He was proud.
Absolutely. He was proud of her accomplishments. He was proud of her weight loss, and he felt that she deserved it.
A reward.
And I mean, he allowed me to literally just bring in a whole new wardrobe.
Overhaul.
Absolutely. Even from the hangers. I mean, they were using plastic, I mean, good plastic hangers, no offense. But I mean, he allowed me to bring in wooden hangers.
Hangers.
I mean, just everything. So it was fun. It was really fun. He was kicked out of the house for, you know, a few hours, and it was a 2-day job, but it was really fun.
And it was worth it.
Absolutely. And I remember she was a customer of mine first. So she would come to the boutique and she would get garments that were too small for her, purposefully.
She didn't know her.
No, purposefully. She bought garments that were too small because she called them her goal dresses. So she would get things that were too small, and then once she could fit it, she would come in and get something else that was too small. So it made me proud that instead of her shopping at all the conventional stores or going to the department stores, that not only did she, you know, choose my store to give her kind of that encouragement, but just to see how far she come, that's one that definitely sticks out of my head.
It's her. Now, as far as from your boutique to other stores, like conventional stores, is your pricing more competitive? Or?
It is competitive. However, it's, you know, it's still boutique. I wouldn't necessarily say that all boutiques have to be expensive. That's not the case. But I think that for me, my brand is not just trendy. It's not just fashionable. It's great quality.
Right.
So it's to me very affordable prices when you compare them to places like BB or Banana Republic. But there's one store that I've never been able to really separate myself from, and that's Anthropologie. I love the way it smells when you first go into it. I love the service. I love how original every piece is. So if I could compare myself from my brand and my store to any big box store, it would definitely be Anthropologie. I just really wanted to mimic that feel. So I think we were successful.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of boutique owners that say, hey, this is one that's up there with me. Everybody's wanting to be top notch.
Absolutely.
And then you're saying, no, this is the one
I
I'm
learned from them.
Yeah.
Because you have to understand, I'm a shopper first. You know, so before I sell a garment to someone else, I go other places and shop for things. And you go into boutiques and you either get the boutique owner that, you know, she just sits there and let me know if I can help, or you get the person that's hovering over you, or the person that, you know, regardless of what you put on, everything looks good.
Right.
That's not
me.
I'm like, girl, take it off. So, you know, it's just, I think, again, in order to be successful, you have to be true to yourself. You have to be authentic. And there's got to be someone that you admire and look up to. You know what I mean? So again, hats off to Anthropologie, because they definitely gave me that feel like, God, I want my store to smell like
this. So, it's competitive. Not so
Absolutely.
much competitive, but you want to be on that level.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
It is.
Look, I'm sorry.
That's okay. This is like sitting and letting two sisters talk. That's all good. No, but as from a male perspective, if, say for example, a guy was to contact you and he just wanted to get a good signature piece for his woman.
Sneakers.
For his woman?
Exactly. What would you suggest?
Depending, where are you taking your woman?
Or just say it's like for her a night out on town with the girls, or even with her significant other.
I think every woman should have a good pencil skirt.
Okay.
I mean, I love tight, but I think a good pencil skirt should go right below the knee.
Okay.
And it should be black. Everybody should have a good black pencil skirt. I'm okay with different colors, but I think there should be one piece that, you know, regardless of what happens, you can put it on with a camisole and a blazer. You can put it on with a wrap. You can put it on with a sweater. You can dress it up or down, put it on with a denim jacket, but every woman should have at least a good black dress, a good pencil skirt, and a great blazer. So, I mean, you can wear a blazer with shorts or a skirt or, you know, jeans. So.
I wear blazers with everything.
All the time, right?
Definitely.
I'm like, no. But okay, now from you being in Cincinnati to Charlotte, I mean, because we were just talking about culture shocks.
Yeah.
What is the difference between, you know, doing business up there with the ladies and then the ladies here?
I think, and I love both sets of clientele. You know, I've been humbled and appreciative by every woman that walks through my door. So I appreciate them all. I would say in Charlotte, there's a little bit more, people follow the trend a little bit more. I think because we're so close to Atlanta and different places, you know, if they've seen it on TV, they want it. Cincinnati is not necessarily like that. So that's probably the one thing that I will point out. But again, my girls are pretty receptive. They don't just trust me to sell them a garment. They trust me to direct them and offer my opinion. So if you do come in looking for something that you saw on Love and Hip Hop, you know, I'll be the one to say,
no.
Okay, well, we have something that's, you know, and they're receptive to it. So I appreciate my clientele for being that way, because most women feel like we dress great and there's nobody that can tell us nothing about our style. So, and that's another thing that boutiques offer is, you know, it's kind of like the girlfriend spot. So you can come in and have that good heart-to-heart without people feeling, you know, slighted or anything like that. So
judged.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. You don't want to go, if you go, you're not going to ask a salesperson that at Dillard's
absolutely.
Or
but I mean, you have to think about it. You know, they're part of the brand. You know, I'm a part of the brand. So you know, it's important for me for them to step out. One, for them to feel good, and for them to represent the store well. I want them to go out and feel great and get a million compliments and choose to say that they got it from Oomph Boutique or not, because I've got a lot of customers. It's like, I'm not telling people where I shop at, and that's okay too.
Right.
You know, at first I'm like, you know, help a sister out, help me to expand my business, but that's their prerogative.
Right.
And
but
it's also
like
a compliment to you.
Right, a treasure.
Absolutely.
You're like a hidden treasure. And you're like, no, nobody else is coming here.
Absolutely.
You know, not realizing that it's helping you, but then they don't want to bring others.
But you have to appreciate that.
Right.
You know? So.
And it's just like, God, you know, with my girlfriends, if I find a good spot, I don't tell.
Exactly. I'm right there with you. I am.
And I've had my best friend, even with a pair of shoes, she's like, I'm not going to turn you on to the spot yet. And I'm like, really? We don't even wear the same size.
Right. I've been knowing you since the ninth grade. But it's like you said, it's a treasure, you know, especially with the economy. You know, it's turning around, but we have to be very conscientious of the way we spend our money. So when we choose to spend our hard-earned money, you know, we do it in a way that we feel good about that financial decision or that investment. So
and you're very humbling. I mean,
I
so
am.
people are attracted to your personality. So when they come in, they know they're not just coming to speak to a business owner. They're coming to speak to somebody who can relate, who can actually dress them up and be able to converse without it being told to the next person as soon as they walk off. So
no, and you're right, and I appreciate that. I'm glad that you were able to notice that. And my girls always, you know, they always tend to feel that way, you know, that I'm just one of the girlfriends. You know, again, there's a million different places that a woman can shop, but for them to come through my doors, you have no choice but to be humble.
Yeah.
Cool.
So y'all go get some of my fashion.
Yeah. Well, let's show some of the fashion as well. I mean, we got some lovely, you know.
You're like, why do you talk too much?
Well, we do have the models here, and I think it's very important that we show the masses as far as what to expect from a boutique.
Yeah.
So I say, let's definitely show some.
Absolutely.
I like that black dress.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring something, like I said, I usually get a lot of questions, what do girlfriends wear, you know, when you're going out for cocktails? And again, touching on pieces. Don't just throw on a dress, you know, mix and match. I've got my beautiful model here, Dominique. Dominique is wearing a great white pencil skirt. She's also wearing a white Chinese mesh top. I've got her pairing that with a denim jacket as well as a colored teal suede pump. Can never go wrong with suede.
So you can wear suede even in the summertime.
Absolutely,
okay.
absolutely. So she can take that same pencil skirt and put it on with a cute cami and a blazer, and it'll be totally appropriate for work. Or like I said, she can put it on with the mesh Chinese smock and a denim jacket and step out for cocktails. If you don't mind, can you open up your jacket just a little bit? The sides are out on that as well. So So it's a really cute element.
So when now this would be your brand, what would this piece be? Night out with the girlfriends? Okay.
Definitely. And you know, sometimes people are always like, you know, well, I'm a little conservative, and that's okay. I want you to understand it's not what you wear, it's how you wear it. And if you're a classy woman, I don't care what you have on, you'll be able to exude class. So she's a beautiful woman, and let me point out, she's a great college student. She made the dean's list, and she can wear mesh and have her belly showing.
All right.
Thanks, Dami.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. All right.
Now with the colors, you want to keep it with the blues, or do you want to just splash color in there?
Splash of color.
Okay.
Whatever you choose, especially when you're doing color on top of color. So white on white, you can never go wrong. Just kind of mix and matching some stuff in there.
Okay.
Cool.
So then if I would have put purple or red, that still would have made it look hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good shot. What's about the next one? Who else we have coming?
Deja. Deja is wearing a little more of an elegant piece. She's got on a black, I call it the Beckham length. It's not a midi because it doesn't go past the knee, but it's still that classy conservative. She kind of sexed it up a little bit with the deep V-neck, which is good. And Deja, if you can turn around for me. She's also got the back out, the keyhole. So very appropriate if you want to put it on with a blazer. But like I said, for cocktails or wine and cheese with the girlfriends or a nice date, it's a completely perfect outfit.
And this is a boot heel, basically.
It is.
So would you wear this during the summer and spring? Or, okay.
Absolutely. And it's a pretty high heel. It's, I think, about 5.5, 5 inches. It's a Jessica Simpson. I love her brand. Very affordable. But yeah, I think it's a great piece. And with that shoe, she can also do that in the fall time. Cute pair of suede shorts or a sweater with it. Still be really appropriate. And that's fun too. She can put it on with a pair of tights. So it's a lot of stuff that you can do with that.
Right, dress it up and down. So would this be like, now say plus size, would this be appropriate for plus size?
Absolutely it would be. I would say be careful with all the girls up there. But absolutely, black is slimming, and I love that length on a plus size girl. I love just the elegance and the class. So absolutely, that'll be a perfect piece.
You look gorgeous.
You look great, Deja. And Deja's going off to college, so I'm very proud of her as well.
You picked the right
I
model.
know. Thanks, Deja.
All right, so nice black piece.
Oh yeah.
Slimming. Below the knee shows elegance.
Look at you taking notes.
I've had my moments. Yeah, I do listen. Yeah.
Now, do you only do females or do you do males?
I style a few guys, but they're professional athletes and things of that nature. It's just really tough dressing guys. It really
why
is.
Is that?
Because it's a passion what I do to look nice, and I think because of that, it just comes first nature to me dressing women. When it's guys, I don't know. It's
That's
just
hard.
it's not my first. It's not first nature to me.
Right, but they trust you.
They
so
do.
Yeah.
They do.
And that speaks volumes
Yeah.
when you have a male that's like, look, nope, I don't want to go anywhere else. I just want you because you got so many male.
I've seen your pieces. I've seen what you're capable of. Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then like with your client base, is it bigger here in Charlotte than it was in Cincinnati?
My clientele is about, I would say 60-40, 60% from Charlotte, 40% in Cincinnati. I mean, Cincinnati is always going to support me because that's where I'm from.
Right.
But I think because I started here, my girls are true to Oomph Boutique because I brought it here first.
Right.
So.
Now, how long has Oomph Boutique been in business?
Oomph Boutique has been in business since 2009. Yeah.
So how did you survive the recession? I mean, because you were going
The girls
hard.
didn't get the memo.
The girl.
They didn't get the memo. They didn't know to stop shopping. They worked it in their budget.
Right.
I've literally had my girls come in and say, 2 pieces every 2 weeks, and they did that.
No matter what.
Absolutely, no matter what, they fit it in with getting their hair done, their nails done. You know, we work very hard, and it's important for us to do things that make us feel special. Otherwise, we're just working to pay bills, and you know, it's like a never-ending cycle. So, you know, they didn't get the memo.
Okay, so your business has expanded so well that you're only doing online now.
I am, just because my passion has really been outside of the store, you know, and I think that because of that, I didn't want to gyp a lot of my girls coming in. They were so used to the camaraderie that I brought to the table. I don't care how many beautiful young interns and employees I had. They wanted to come in and see me, and it was tough to be able to accommodate them, especially in 2 different states and things of that nature. So I'm definitely doing my closet revamps, my personal styling, the personal shopping piece, and you can purchase things from oomphboutique.com. You can go to Instagram, and I think we're got Oomph on there, GOTOOMPH. You've got my cell phone number, you've got the work line. You can place orders at any time, and I think it's easier for me because I don't feel so stretched thin.
Right.
I mean, I had to get with the program. I love the camaraderie and the feel of a store. I told you I love the smell, and I love the experience. But really, we're a digital society now. Everything is on your smartphone or your iPad, and I had to get with the program. So.
Upgrade.
Absolutely, I had to reinvent the wheel a little bit.
Now, like, would you be the one to call, like, say for instance, if we were having a fashion show tonight, would you be the one to call to do the model? So what do you offer as far as that goes? Well,
I mean, you let me know what you guys are interested in, how many models you want. Typically, what I'll do is I will supply the garments for the models, and then I'll do, you know.
Wait a minute, did you say supply the garments? This is a stylist that supplies the garments.
Yeah. Everything from Oomph. So that's right. Lord. So that, and you know, I love doing some grab bags and gift giveaways and stuff like that. So I try to throw a gift card in there if I can, just to show my support, and hopefully it's given to a woman who wants to shop and feels confident. I've had some of those gift cards given away, and I've never seen them come in the store. So. You know,
that's the luck of the draw, though.
It is.
I mean, we've watched you for a long time, so
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You never know who's watching.
It takes a beauty to know a beauty, honey. And you too.
Well, thank you.
Joking with you.
Thank you. And on that note,
stop.
No, we want to thank you once again for joining us. Definitely,
Thank you.
And this is tunes in for Urban Times today. I'm your host, Kerry Digsby. Tawanda Blake and ARIEN AGURS with Oomph Boutique.
Thank you, guys.
Check y'all next time. Be good.
Thank you.